Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The unfastened actress Jenn Tran really went above and beyond with NBA player Max Struss after going through a terrible breakup. Due to her recent breach of duty to Devin Strader, Jenn has been linked to multiple season 21 cast members of The Unfastened. Jenn maintained her composure and consideration for the divide, even as the broadcast revolved around her troubled relationship with Devin. Despite the apparent energy she had been expending on Jonathan Johnson, she clarified that these individuals were, at their core, exceptional collaborators. Throughout every meeting, she continued to provide her ideas and cutoff points, combining her plop down with Scratch Vile. Jenn sat down for an interview with Scratch Vile on his digital show, The Vile Records, during which she talked about her desire to date Jason Tatum and her want to go back into the dating scene. Nevertheless, she promptly apologized and went all out with Cleveland Cavaliers player Max Struss after learning that Jason was not available for hire. Although she made it clear that she wouldn't be interested in a real date, cooperative dates are still possible. Sincerely, I'm unable to. Thinking about the sexiest man alive, I don't believe I could reply all right just yet, since it would be mixed up if my celebrity crush, Jason Tatum, asked me to go out and have a great time. But I would, if he thought we were going on a buddy date. Ella, please accept my conciliatory words. Acquire the habit of anticipating the unexpected. I'm giving up my intense name crush. Max Struss, I'm here and I'm ready. Accept that you're single and out there. Following the conclusion of Season 21 of The Unfastened Female, Jenn and Devin experienced a public separation. Jenn was taken aback when she learned during the final writing segment that Devin had abandoned their assignment during a 15-minute phone chat. Devin unearthed private texts between the two to clarify the story that he was the lowlife. In any case, this super showed that Devin was, in fact, the crook that viewers and supporters believed him to be. When Jenn disclosed her dating status, it was evident that she was currently patching. Her honesty in admitting that she wasn't prepared for anything real demonstrated that, despite how well she had maintained the partition, she was only human. Even if some didn't understand her surprising partition, Jenn remained straightforward and kind throughout her investigation. She has committed herself to moving on and healing from the past. Jenn discovered that her confidence had been betrayed. Thus, she would need to take a risk to put herself back out there. She acknowledged her presence and indicated when she needed to take a break, providing viewers and admirers with an insight into her true strength. Despite the fact that Jenn is unprepared for anything real and is predicated on her impending stint on DWTS, she has made herself available to proceed cautiously when it comes to beginning anything real with anyone. As she develops her career and reputation, she eventually has the incredible chance to realize that she is the one who has been genuinely recommended for her. The female star of Unfastened has made a commitment to something greater going forward. The lead character of Unfastened Season 21, Jenn Tran, is rightfully furious with the Foundation. Following their mistreatment of her in the finale, she has been manipulated in a way that suggests to single individual country that she is moving on from her breakup with Devin Strader. Jenn, who initially pursued Joey Graziadei on The Unfastened Man Season 28, had an impact on independent individual country with her captivating, amiable, and endearing narrative. In any case, Jenn ultimately decided to take the position of The Unfastened Female Season 21's lead, even though she wasn't the best candidate for the corresponding Solitary Wolfess lead. Although Jenn was supposed to be one of the most captivating leads in Foundation history, the program ended up being far more annoying than everyone had anticipated. The cast of Jenn's story was little aware of the shift in the character of the companion Solitary Wolfess lead. For many of them, meeting Jenn was a bit of a letdown because they were expecting Maria Jorga's or Daisy Kent from Joey's season. Rather than realizing they could go forward and develop a relationship with Jenn, everything collapsed, and the season became a complete bust. Following an exciting conclusion, Jenn has been getting lost online. Even though Jenn has been pursuing the more capable option regarding the Solitary Rangeress show to the extent that was reasonable, Her online humor postings about her time as the single young woman have remained tumultuous. It has been perfect for Jenn's own image that she is making every effort to capitalize on the show instead of letting it bother her. Jenn has been embracing the program with fun and advancing her next big move as a challenger on stirring things up around town floor with the Stars season 33. Instead of languishing in what could have been a very bleak moment. Jenn has been looking amazing with her post-season brand. She has been posting posts on how she was treated as the single lady lead, how her season helps her understand the watcher's failure, and how she's trying her hardest to live it up whenever she can. Jenn has been open about her dissatisfaction with the unfastened male foundation and hasn't been concealing it from the internet. Jenn has been conscious of her posts becoming more erratic with each one, but she has been succinct in her criticism of the show's handling of her when it should have been. Jenn has been trying her hardest to keep her online entertainment career afloat, even as Devin has been using virtual diversion to drag her through the mud in an effort to come across as genuinely interesting. Jenn has spoken out to the media about Devin's treatment of her both during and after their brief tenure, but she has been silent about it online, preferring to move forward with grace and humor. Devin has been publishing their private messages on Instagram in an attempt to find her, but Jenn has been working bravely to move forward without Devin putting her down. Indeed, Jenn has been transparent about how she finds reverence, even though her cozy life has recently changed in a very noticeable way. She has been spending a lot of time organizing her finances with her former partner Jonathan Johnson, which has sparked rumors about the two on the internet. Nevertheless, that love may not wind up with someone in unfastened male nation. Jenn has been sharing private content online featuring Jonathan, who will be returning to Solitary Officer in Paradise Season 10. Indeed, following the Solitary Wolfess, Jenn and John's fire might rekindle despite Jonathan leaving for Paradise in search of love. As the series protagonist, Jenn Tran of the Single Lady Season 21 has been making an effort to connect, but with the revelation of a few fresh meetings, might the season end disastrously soon? As the Solitary Wolfess, Jenn hasn't always had basic understanding, and it's been hard to recognize the challenges she's had both in the spotlight and on the show Single Man Nation. Initially a member of Joey Graziadei's ensemble on Season 28 of The Solitary Officer, Jenn garnered attention from Single Man Country during her pivotal role in the show. Jenn was a lively and captivating contestant who proved to be a wise choice to be the next season's lone wolfess. In the end, Jenn was named the lead of The Solitary Wolfess Season 21, following in the footsteps of a few well-known women who had found friendship on the show, even if she probably wasn't the best person to finish everything. Jenn was content to accept the epic outing, since she was confident she would have the option to find someone who would accommodate her lifestyle. In addition to having unfathomably big shoes to fill as the pivotal Asian American lone wolfess, Jenn also seemed to be considering giving her neighborhood a major platform. Indeed, things haven't been entirely apparent, even with Single Man Country behind her. Even though Jenn has been one of the most popular single women lately, viewers haven't found her season of The Unfastened Woman to be particularly easy to follow. Given that Jenn was the only Asian American single girl in her season, there were certain preconceived notions about her and her preferences. Jenn was excited to meet her cast of men and get to know the people chosen for her, even though she knew she would have the option to discuss her lifestyle and maybe find someone who understood her on that level. Unfortunately, Jenn's group of friends wasn't quite as diverse as she thought, and they weren't all there for the proper reasons. Jenn has been fighting to form real connections throughout the Solitary Ranger Season 21, and as part of her season, she has been tormented by a few of the offenders. As miscreant Sam McKinney disclosed late in the season that he was seeking for someone else, it became clear that the individuals who were expected to be there for Jenn were not fully there for her. Even while the show has been difficult to watch on air, Jenn has also been managing the response from Single Man Country, who believe that she wasn't taken into consideration during the development process. In addition to their protests about her, they have been unhappy with the Single Man Foundation's handling of her. Jenn was doing a lot of promotion for the show from the beginning of her season, and she was releasing as much information as she could about her trip without giving too much away. Although Jenn was transparent about the wonderful aspects of her inclusion, she also gave the media access to some of the less pleasant aspects of her experiences as a single woman. Realizing she was dissatisfied with the fact that her season of The Vampire Diaries featured just one man of Asian descent,